Biking all the way to Houston with this?
We have a spring release. Well, by the time this video comes out, it'll already have happened. So when planning it, obviously, like, I think for all of us, like, visuals are a much better way or more cohesive way of telling a story. So we like to do video, and I think that's probably become apparent from watching the videos on Instagram plus the YouTube. Anyway, we start with a Miro board that has a bunch of shots. Granted, this was a quick little mock-up, just essentially trying to get like what scenes are going on, how are you setting the scene for the video, and each different character, what they're doing. You know, for Sean, we added in that bicycle scene, but we had the elevator and everything kind of mapped out here. And then as you kind of get into the filming, you figure it out as you go. The video that went up on Monday was shot and edited in a single day. It starts, the opening scene is Sean, and he's using a chest rig, snorri cam is what it's called. And so it's got a pole that comes out, and then the camera faces him, so it's locked in place. We wanted to get like, okay, that's Sean on his commute to the office, which is where he'll meet Clay and I.
So when we go up, try to time it to where you, because I feel like if you're just standing there, like mugging the camera, it's pretty weird. So maybe do like
The whole premise of the video is that, yes, it's performance wear, but that performance wear and leisure wear all live in this world, which is the commute to your training session, after your training session, post-training session, all through that. You know, there's me up in the morning working on the computer in the lino cotton bilayer. Like it's pieces that kind of go with you throughout your entire day. So getting Sean commuting into the office, you know, that's his commute. City in the background, it's inspiring, you know, because even after living here for 7 years, it's inspiring. You see the city, you see the building, it's dark, you're kind of the only one out there, along with some other people that are up early getting after it, whatever. And then kind of how do you take and transition from Sean arriving and Clay arriving, me already being there, and then you build out the story. So shot all of that. I think total shooting time for the entire thing was 2 hours. And then Sam had the video flipped in another 2 hours or so. And it was posted like 6 hours after we originally shot it. So turnaround was incredibly quick. I think for some of these, they're a lot more planned out. Some of them, it's more just run and gun. You gotta just go off your gut and off your feeling, and yeah.
So we recently got a bunch of the spring summer performance wear in. These are the first samples. So we have the shorts. This is one of the samples with, we tried different fabrics. So we have this type of liner.
We've tried to do bottoms again. About a year ago, we tried to do a round of running shorts and a round of half tights. And our problems were with nailing down the fabric. So we got 4 pairs of shorts in. So both like a brief version and a long liner version with the phone pocket. And then we had the factory make them in 2 different liner materials just so we can finally like nail down as well as just continue to wear test these.
So I think like starting it off, topics of discussions we talked about are the logo placements. And then we came up with, these are the ones I have on. We have the M right here. And then we kind of have been implementing this like pill looking thing.
Pill.
And usually it takes a few iterations, but we really like how this turned out.
Yeah.
So that's one thing that I think we nailed on the sample first time.
Sean's like the truest large, and like out of all of us, like proportionally, we feel like it's the best. So if you turn to the side, a lot of the stuff that I was focusing on is like, I mean, you can only do so much to a pair of shorts without like kind of missing the mark. I kind of hyper focused on like split shape. So the factory messed it up. Ideally, the split should be overlapping here, and it would just be having this kind of like asymmetric angular shape.
I think we kind of wanted a higher split.
Yeah.
Like a lot of running shorts or some running shorts have kind of just like a small split. We, not necessarily like a split short, but kind of higher to get like more, more range of motion. So that's kind of what we were going for. And then we'll try to fix obviously this overlap.
Yeah. Marcus posted on his Instagram story just to get like a quick taste test. And a lot of people are talking about like any serious running short shouldn't have zipper pockets. And there will be a point in time where we're trying to do something like more technically advanced with like out pockets, but we want to like nail these core pieces. So kind of adhering to a range of people wearing these shorts, like these aren't only for runners, but they should be at like its peak performance for running. Like there should be no issues across all types of runs, but if someone wants to be wearing these to the gym or just out and about, like that's why we're adding zipper pockets. And then there's also like a more performance-based zipper pocket in the back.
Another thing to note is like when the factory sends these samples, they use whatever fabric is available in the composition that we chose. So like they sent us this navy, which wasn't like, usually we would typically ask for black, but they sent us this navy, which we actually really like. Yeah. The liner too is like, we obviously wouldn't choose a purple liner for these. So it's just what we have.
In the last video, I was talking about how I really wanted a bilayer in my size, so it came. But we wanted to do, like this fabric is so nice that we wanted to bring it into a t-shirt. It just is so broken in, and it's part linen, so it's still very performative and you can wear it casually. So we brought it in a t-shirt, same fabric, same potassium treatment, and then we're kind of just introducing like new graphics. If Sean, you want to turn around. So we reworked the metal M to be more of like a spine. We may keep this, we may just go with the traditional M, not super sure, but this logo is the M logo. Yeah, it's the M, and you can kind of see it down at the bottom where we left it with the NY, just to kind of like draw that, I guess, reference point. But yeah, it's kind of just like abstracted at the top. And then we're leaning into this like minty color. So same fabric, but in like a white or an off-white. So yeah, we're leaning into this minty color and introducing new colors into the color palette. So previously we kind of just had the electric blue and the black, which is great, but we know we can kind of play with more color than that. Also like bringing in, you know, like full pieces. So like building a collection, all of these little details should kind of talk to each other in different ways or like call back to full color blocks. So this is the first introduction of this color, and we're just kind of trying to trickle it in throughout the pieces. Mint. And then we did some fit changes, yeah.
Yeah, just like maybe making it a little bit less boxy, because this is a large, but like generally we liked the fit of it being a little bit looser, baggier, just because the material's so light. It's 85 cotton and then 15 linen, and like Clay and we both run in it, and like technically it's mostly cotton shirt, but I think for like easier runs and stuff like that, even harder runs, it still performs really well.
That's awesome.
So we had our release on Wednesday, and Wednesday was the first time we released with 3PL, and at the 3PL there was just one person kind of monitoring and shipping out our packages, mainly to make sure that everything was running smoothly so that they could bring in a team on Thursday, and the team on Thursday would be bigger and be able to get all the orders out, etc. So on drop day, we're used to shipping out as many of the orders as we can, but obviously we know the process, been doing it for 4 years, so they're kind of learning the process and working out the kinks as we go. Wednesday goes, Thursday morning, log in. And I don't know why, but it's around 6 a.m. and I'm curious what the average label cost was from the previous day. I'm navigating the dashboard for the first time. Didn't even really know what I was looking at. But I'm in there and I see that every single order that is leaving their warehouse is like $50+. Now, that would be okay if those were like international or really big shipments where there's maybe multiple hoodies and it's going a far distance, or the box that they're using is quite big. But this was for like t-shirts going from their warehouse, which is middle of the country, to New York. And so that's like a huge red flag. And so I'm scanning through these, and I text Sean, and I'm like, what's going on here? Do you have any idea why this is happening? And he's just as confused as I am, because at least, you know, we could compare it to our data from when we used to ship all of our orders, and it was like many multiples higher. So you hit the 3PL up, they're center of the country, mountain time, and I'm just like, we need to stop all the buying of labels and figure out what's going wrong. Long story short, one of the mailer sizes that was being used was coded incorrectly, so that the size was being sent to the, I guess, like a label aggregator or whatever, that it was oversized, much bigger, much heavier than it actually was. Anyway, not a huge deal. You can get this money back and get adjustments back from the shipping carriers. But happy we caught it before all of the orders went out. And I believe the situation was rectified in honestly like 2 hours. So, you know, 3PL really came through there. And yeah, should be good to go now. Everything's shipped out. And it was pretty seamless, I gotta say. Outside of that one hiccup, their team was wonderful. And on our end, it was a huge relief to not have to do the shipping on our end.